What is up, RC enthusiasts? Back here today, I got for you some upgrades. So Banggood contacted me and asked me if I want to do a review on upgrade parts, and I said sure. I mean, I love upgrading my stuff. Send them over. So here we go for you guys. The first two upgrades I got from Banggood. The all-metal 2-speed gearbox with 370 motor, and the aluminum wheels and tires. Now I'm not sure if these are original WPL parts because I do not see any WPL logos on this bag. This one I know for a fact is not a WPL original item. This is actually made by UAV. So that's the brand that makes it. Half of the sticker is kind of covered right there. But yeah, let's go ahead and open this sucker and let's see what's in there. So you get your servo. Comes with the servo horns, a bunch of different styles. You got yourself your motor wire. And here you go with your 2-speed all-metal gearbox. I mean, look at that thing. It's got the gear changer right here. It's got a heat sink on the motor. The motor looks like you can replace the brushes. Doesn't look like you can open it up though. It looks pressed on still. And the whole case, the whole thing is metal. Now here's how the original 2-speed looks like, and here's how the new, or the UAV 2-speed looks like. So if you look right there in comparison, this is a little slimmer, so it's going to be less of a hangover point than this one. But I've never used this, so I don't know how good it is in the first or second gear, or I don't know how the ratios are compared to this original one. And you guys know, I love this original one. This is what I put onto all my little rigs that this can fit in. This will go in there for sure. So now that I got this thing, we're going to go ahead and give this one a test. But first, I want to give you guys an in-depth look at this thing. So I'm going to take it fully apart, let you guys see how it looks like in here. And you guys can tell for yourself if you want this gearbox or not. And the only other thing that you have in this bag right here is going to be your mounting hardware to mount your servo. Mount the servo one right here. And then all the shifting linkages and stuff and screws. And it even looks like it comes with an extra gear for something. I don't know if it's an extra gear, if it's a spare, or if it's maybe a different teeth count so you can change the ratios up in your transmission. I'm not sure. There's no instructions that come with this, so I don't know what to tell you guys, but maybe I'll give it a try one day. Let's go ahead, get you guys close, and we'll open this up. Oh yeah, but first, let me go ahead and open this up. There they are. Now the wheels are aluminum, and the tires are going to be the softer compound, they're soft compound, like the kit tires. Now if you look at the rim here, it is a non-beadlock style, so it looks like you are going to have to glue your tires onto this if you need to, but we'll see how that works. Okay, now I'll bring you guys into the 2-speed right here. Let's get into this. So here's an up-close look at the 2-speed. Pretty nice quality, I say. Good. Uses Allen bolts to screw it all together. The only thing I really don't like is if you look here, you see that right there? There's a bearing exposed right there. Looks like it's only being held there because the motor's in the way. On this side you got a bunch of exposed stuff too, so maybe you can close those up. But it looks like those two upper holes you see right there, it's where you're going to be mounting the bracket for the shift servo. Yeah, let's get you guys closer into these guys right here. I mean, the quality is really nice on this thing. Look at that. Good machining. I like it. And let's get to opening this sucker. It uses a 1.5 Allen's key. So we'll go ahead and take the transmission apart. Alright, now to pull this off right here. And there you go. Looks like you get a bunch of ball bearings in there, so everything's riding on bearings it looks like, which is pretty cool. This bearing looks like it's about to pop out right here. Oh, and that bearing did pop out. And as you can see down there, there's a spring underneath that bearing, so don't lose that. There you go, I dropped the spring down there for now. I'm gonna go retrieve that bearing. Alright, now you got one more screw right here holding on this plate, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. Alright, I'm going to pull this off. I'm just going to get messy right here, I believe. There you go. That's off. One of the bearings stayed on there, and the rest stayed in here. That's what it looks like inside, all full metal and all bearings. Here's the shifter. I'm going to go ahead and pull those out. That's the shifter right there. And here's the gear that moves back and forth to switch gears from first to second. And there's a spring on the back side of it too, and a bearing, so don't forget how this goes together. That's why I'm recording this, so I can figure out how to put it back together when I'm done doing this for you guys. You gotta remove that one, it's got a bushing on it. Also riding on bearings on the bottom right there. So that's good, everything seems to be riding on bearings. It's another gear on the shaft right there, and another bearing. Now it's crazy on this transmission, there's 3 outputs. So you could either attach your drive shafts to the 2 ones that rotate it the same direction, or you can actually attach it to the other one that rotates the opposite direction. So hopefully you can counter some torque steer with that. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's there for. Take out the rest of this. There you go. That's what it looks like inside. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the back end of this one right here. You got 4 screws to remove the back end right here. Now you got to pull the heatsink off before you can get to some of the screws. There you go, with the heatsink off, you can see the screws right there. And that one up there was the one the heatsink was blocking. Alright, I got all those screws off right there. Now let's go ahead and pull that apart. Whoa. And there you go. You got 2 washers right there. Don't forget where they go. They both go onto that shaft right there. And right there is that gear that I thought was the replacement for that other one that was in the bag, but now that I see it, I have no clue what that gear in the bag is for. There is no other gears in this kit that match that gear. So there you go, guys, fully disassembled. Everything's got ball bearings, everything's metal, everything looks good. The only thing that I noticed that I did not like is there is no grease in here. None of these parts are really greased except for the the pinion gear right here. This pinion gear is greased, but everything else I see here is pretty dry, so I do recommend when you do buy this, or if you do buy this, go ahead and take it apart and shove some grease in there. You don't have to take it completely apart like I did. I'm going to go ahead and get this sucker back together, and I'll be right back with you guys. So there you guys go. All back together. Wasn't too hard to figure it out. Just follow your own pictures that you take while you're doing it, so that way you don't get lost. Now you have this part right here, so let's go ahead and see how this attaches. You're going to need to empty that bag. Take out the servo from here. So you've got this mount right here that the servo mounts to, and that's aluminum as well, which is good. So you're gonna need these screws right here in the kit. I'm not sure if that's zoomed in enough. So these screws right here are what you're gonna need to mount the servo mount on. So they are the longest screws in the bag. It's just gonna go through here, the bottom of the servo mount, and it just goes in here like so. So that servo mount's installed. The servo is going to go on it like so. Then you're going to put 2 screws up here to hold the servo in place. I'm going to go ahead and figure out how to install the shift linkages so it can shift, and I'll get back to you guys. So there we go. That's how to install that part right there. You're just going to put the steering servo on here. 2 screws. A little black screw in there. A little gray screw that comes in the servo bag where the servo comes in. Holds onto this piece. You got your 2 springs and your 2 collars. Lock collars right there. And that's how you're going to switch from first to second right there. And that's how that all connects. Well, there you go, guys. Fully assembled, ready to go. You got some of your hardware over here to mount it onto your chassis. And this extra gear right here that I don't know what it belongs to. It matches nothing inside this transmission, so I'm not sure. This kit did not come with instructions, so I'm not sure where that's going to go. Maybe we'll find out one day, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't belong in this kit. Maybe it was just there by accident. Who knows? Here's your aluminum wheels right here. Looking pretty nice. They aren't beadlocked, so you are going to have to glue onto this if your tires fall off of them all the time, which is not going to be cool for people that like to keep their rims all nice and blingy. But that's what I do to all my stuff anyway, so that's probably what's going to happen with that. Alright guys, I'm going to have the links in the description below for these items right here. Thank you Banggood for sending these for review. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't forget to go out there and run that RC.